Lights, camera, action. Welcome back to Flick Flash. Season 2 of School Spirits doesn't just continue the mystery. It redefines the entire premise of the show. What began as a teen afterlife whodunit evolves into a chilling story about stolen identities, unresolved trauma, and the terrifying idea that death isn't always permanent and life isn't always safe. Picking up immediately after the Season 1 finale, Season 2 throws Maddie Nears into a deeper existential nightmare. She isn't dead, but her body is no longer hers. The biggest revelation driving Season 2 is simple, horrifying, and brilliant. Maddie's body has been taken over by Janet, a ghost who never crossed over. This changes everything. Maddie's spirit remains trapped at Split River High with the other ghosts, while Janet walks freely in the living world wearing Maddie's face. Suddenly, the season's central question isn't who killed Maddie, but how do you reclaim a life that's already being lived by someone else? This twist allows the show to explore identity in a way few teen dramas ever attempt, especially through a supernatural lens. Maddie Nears begins the season fractured, angry, and terrified, not of death, but of erasure. She watches from the sidelines as Janet uses her body to withdraw money, cut ties with loved ones, flee town, rewrite Maddie's story in real time. Emotionally, this is the darkest Maddie has ever been. She's not mourning her life, she's watching it be stolen. But Season 2 slowly transforms Maddie from a passive observer into an active force. She becomes a strategist, a truth seeker, a bridge between the living and the dead. Her growth is less about solving a mystery and more about reclaiming agency, proving that even without a body, she still exists. Janet is not a cartoon villain. She's a deeply traumatized girl whose death left her unfinished, angry, and desperate. Season 2 finally gives Janet a voice, and it's devastating. Through journals, flashbacks, and conversations, we learn Janet never meant to become a monster. She was terrified of fading away. She believed taking Maddie's body was survival, not theft. This moral grayness is where School Spirit shines. Janet isn't evil. She's someone who refused to disappear, even if it meant destroying someone else's life. Her arc raises one of the season's hardest questions. If crossing over means losing yourself, is it really peace or just surrender? Mr. Martin emerges as Season 2's true manipulator. Once a quiet background mystery, Mr. Martin is revealed to be an observer of the body swap, a keeper of forbidden knowledge, a man obsessed with controlling the boundary between life and death. His relationship with Janet is especially disturbing. He didn't just fail her, he enabled her, believing that experimenting with scars could unlock a way to master the afterlife. By mid-season, it becomes clear Mr. Martin doesn't want justice. He wants control. And when that control slips, he runs, leaving chaos in his wake. One of Season 2's greatest strengths is how it deepens the Afterlife ensemble. Wally Clark continues to be Maddie's emotional anchor. Their relationship is bittersweet, filled with longing, humor, and the painful awareness that their worlds may never fully overlap. Charlie and Rhonda push the investigation forward, questioning the rules of the afterlife and challenging Mr. Martin's long-held authority. New ghosts, Yuri and Quinn. Yuri and Quinn expand the mythology, showing that death at Split River High spans generations, and each spirit is bound by unresolved trauma. Together, these ghosts become more than classmates. They're a resistance movement against being forgotten. Season 2 smartly refuses to sideline the living characters. Simon Elroy remains Maddie's strongest connection to life, emotionally and metaphysically. His ability to sense Maddie becomes more dangerous as the season progresses, pushing him closer to the veil than anyone should go. Xavier and Nicole. Xavier Baxter and Nicole Herrera help piece together Janet's movements, proving that friendship doesn't stop at death and sometimes gets stronger because of it. The season constantly cross-cuts between worlds, reinforcing one central truth. The living and the dead are already bleeding into each other. Season 2 introduces the concept of scars, emotionally charged locations where trauma has torn the boundary between worlds. Scars explain why certain ghosts can influence the living, how Janet managed the body swap, why Split River High is uniquely haunted. More importantly, scars reveal the show's philosophy. Trauma doesn't disappear when you die. It anchors you. This idea reframes the afterlife not as punishment or reward, but as unfinished emotional business. The Season 2 finale delivers both catharsis and dread. Janet returns to Split River High. The truth can no longer be avoided. In emotionally charged confrontation, Janet finally leaves Maddie's body. Maddie reunites with her physical self. Paramedics rush her away, alive. It's a win, but not a clean one. Because while Maddie returns to life, the afterlife remains unstable. And then comes the final gut punch. Right, Simon is left in danger, possibly trapped on the wrong side of the veil. The show ends not with relief, but with a warning. You don't cross the boundary without consequences. Identity. Who are you without your body? Trauma. What keeps us from moving on? Choice. Is survival worth the cost to others? Connection. Love doesn't end at death. It just changes form. School Spirits Season 2 is darker, smarter, and emotionally braver than its first season. By shifting the mystery from how Maddie died to how she lives again, the show evolves into something rare, a supernatural drama with real philosophical weight. And with its haunting cliffhanger, one thing is clear. Season 3 won't be about ghosts haunting the living. It'll be about the living risking everything to come back. Beyond the twists, reveals, and cliffhangers, School Spirits Season 2 quietly delivers its most powerful idea yet. Death in this universe isn't the end of life. It's the freezing of growth. Every ghost at Split River High is stuck not because they died, but because something inside them stopped. Regret, fear, shame, anger. Janet didn't refuse to cross over because she was evil. She refused because crossing over meant accepting that her pain didn't get a redo. Maddie, on the other hand, survives precisely because she confronts her trauma instead of escaping it. This is where Season 2 becomes far more than a teen mystery. It argues that avoidance is its own kind of death. Thank you once again for being a part of Flick Flash. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep that movie and TV magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more exciting recaps. This is Flick Flash signing off.